Welcome back friends. So today we will start with the numerical on a hollow cylinder. So till now we have seen the numerical on the solid cylinder. So the same concepts will be applied for the hollow cylinder. So let's focus on the given statement. So what is given in the statement? A long hollow cylinder is given which has inner and outer radius of 10 cm and 20 cm respectively. The rate of heat generation is 1 kilowatt per meter cube. The thermal conductivity of the cylinder material, that is the K, is given as 0.2. Now, if the maximum temperature occurs at a radius of 15 cm and the temperature at the outer surface is 60 degree, find the temperature at the inner surface. So this numerical has been there in the INSEM exam of Pune University 2015 for 6 marks. So it's a very simple numerical. So let's focus on it, how to go forward. So what is given? The inner radius is given, that is R1, that is 10 cm. The outer radius it is given as 20 cm. Here it is given. Next, heat generation rate it is given, that is Q generation, that is 1 kilowatt per meter cube. That is given. The K value of the material is given, that is 0.2 it is given. Now this important thing is given, that the maximum temperature where it occurs, the maximum temperatures occur at a distance of 15 cm. So this one thing that is given over there. So you are supposed to find out the temperature at the inner surface, that is nothing but a T1 temperature. So this outer temperature, this is given to you 60 degrees. So what will be the temperature at the inner surface, that is this. So that you are supposed to find out. So let's jump into the problem and see how to solve it. Very simple steps. So all of you are aware of the Poisson's equation. So this is the Poisson's equation for the cylindrical coordinates, right? So after rearranging, we get d by dr, that is equal to, in bracket r, dt by dr, that is equal to minus r q generation divided by k. So this is the equation that we have seen in the previous session. So those who have missed my previous videos, please go and see the video so that you can get the clear idea. So this is the Poisson's equation. So after integrating the above equation, what will you get? If you integrate this equation, right? So if you integrate this equation, you will get r dt by dr, that is equal to, here you can see r dt by dr, that is equal to minus q generation divided by 2k multiplied by r square plus c1. So after rearranging, I get this equation. I will move this r to the right hand side. So I will get dt by dr, that is equal to q generation divided by 2k into r plus c1 upon r. So this is equation number 1. Now again integrate this equation number 1. So what you will get? The integration of dt by dr, it is nothing but t, that is equal to q generation divided by 2k. So integration of r, it is nothing but r square by 2. So this is r square by 2. Integration of 1 by r, it is nothing but log r. And this another constant, that is nothing but c1, c2. So what is our task? Our task is now to find out the value of C1 and C2. So how will you find out the value of C1 and C2? Very simple. You will apply the boundary conditions. Now what is given? That the maximum temperature it occur at the radius of 0.5. This is given in the numerical. So at R is equal to 0.15, the temperature is what? The temperature is maximum. So when the temperature is maximum, what is this? dt by dr, this will be equal to 0. Simple conditions we have applied previously also. So what we will do now, we will substitute this dt by dr equal to 0 in this equation number 1. Why? Because at T max, dt by dr, that is equal to 0. That is change of temperature with respect to radius will be 0. So if I substitute this, what I will get? This is equal to 0. The value of Q generation that is given, 1 into 10 raised to 3 divided by 2 into the value of K it is given. The value of R is what? We will substitute R is equal to 0.15 plus C1, that is unknown, divided by 0.15. So after necessary mathematical calculations, you will find the value of C1. So you have got the value of C1 now. So this task, first task is completed now. Now what is our next task? To find out the value of C2. So for C2, what you will do? You will apply the next condition, that is at R is equal to R2. What is the temperature? The temperature given it is 60 degrees. So we'll just go back here. So this is the R2, right? So at R2, what is the temperature? The temperature given is T2. And what is T2? The value given here in the numerical, the outer surface temperature is 60 degrees. So this is given. So we'll now apply this boundary condition. So let's see what we get. So at R is equal to R2, that is nothing but 0.2, temperature is nothing but 60. So what we will do, we will substitute this whole values in this equation number 2. So what I get, T is nothing but replaced by T2, that is 60. Q generation I know, 4. The value of K I know. The value of R will be what? Log 2, that is log 0.2. The C1 value I have got. So after doing the calculation, I get the value of C2. So now substitute the value of this C1 and C2 in this temperature distribution equation, right? So this is what, this is the equation. After substituting, you will get this equation. So this is our temperature distribution equation, which is our main aim, right? So whenever this type of numerical comes to you, your first task is to find out the temperature distribution equation. Very simple. So we have arrived at a temperature distribution equation. Same steps that we have followed for the plane wall and for the solid cylinder. Now what you are asked? You are asked what is the temperature at the inner surface, means here. What is the temperature at this point? This temperature we know. So what you will do? After getting the temperature distribution equation, we will substitute R is equal to 0.1 because the inner radius it is given as 0.1, and T we will substitute by T1. So what I will do, I will substitute all this value over here and let's see. So T is replaced by T1, R it is replaced by 0.1, and after doing all the calculation, you get the value of temperature at the inner surface as 285.70 degrees centigrade. So I hope you have understood the numerical. Very easy, simple steps. Integrate the Poisson's equation twice. Find the value of C1 and C2. After finding the value of C1 and C2, substitute in the equation. You will get a temperature distribution equation. Substitute the value of the radius. You will get the temperature at inner surface. So that's it for the today's session. Thank you. Keep learning. Happy learning.